Hello everyone, my name is Shilpa Gusai and I'll be discussing Weka in this video. Weka is the collection of machine learning algorithms to perform various data mining tasks. The focus of this video is to get acquainted with the features and classifiers of Weka and to determine which is the best suited classifier for our analysis. For this video I have used this dataset of breast cancer, which is having 286 instances and 10 attributes. Among these attributes, class is my target variable and rest are my independent variables. Class holds two values: no recurrence events with the count of 201 and recurrence events with the count of 85. Now Weka provides a lot of features to explore the data. The first one would be the edit. If we want to view our data in a tabular form, we can click this edit option and it shows me that all of my variables are nominal variables. Also, it provides me a feature of changing the values. So suppose if I want to change this 15 to 19 to 20 to 24, I can do the same from here. Another feature that Weka provides is the filter option. So if I want to put any filter on my data variables, so I can go from here, I can select supervised, unsupervised, and inside that there is attribute and instance. So if I want to go for add cluster, add expression, I can choose from these and apply the same on my variables. But for this analysis, I haven't used any of the filters. The other option that I have is to visualize my target variable with respect to other independent variables. So here I have visualized the class menopause, and I can do the same with other variables like age, tumor size, invert nodes, etc. If you want to visualize all my independent variables together, I can click on this visualize option and I'll get something like this. Now, suppose if I want to identify if there is a 287th event, what would be the class of that event, whether it's going to be a no recurrence event or a recurrence event. Weka provides me an option of classify. It has a lot of classifiers like base, functions, lazy, meta, but for my analysis I have used two classifiers, decision trees and BaseNet. Due to the time constraint, I have already created the models. So it also provides me an option of selecting how do I want to select my test set. So whether I want to use all of my training data, or whether I want to provide a separate test set or cross validation, or I want to go for a percentage split. So that is up to my choice. But for my analysis, I have used cross validation. So the first model that I run was BaseNet, and I found these values. So my model identified 206 values correctly and 80 values incorrectly. So the accuracy of my model is 72% and the inaccuracy is 27%. Further, it also gives me a detailed analysis of the class, like I have a true positive rate, and then I have false positive rate, I have precision, recall. It also provides me the confusion matrix, which shows like 169 no recurrence events were identified correctly and 37 recurrence events were identified correctly. So these are my true positive and false positive, and this 48 and 32 are my false negative and true negative. Further in this graph, I can see the AIC values, entropy and log score base. Now, the second model that I've run is decision trees, which is called J48 in terms of Weka. Again, we got the same values like correctly classified instances, but the count of the correctly classified instances has been increased to 216 and the incorrectly classified instances has come down to 70. So we can see that the accuracy of this model is better than the BaseNet. We also have values like mean absolute error, root mean squared error, relative absolute error. Further, we have the same things like detailed accuracy and confusion matrix. If you want to visualize our decision tree, we can right click and click on visualize tree, and we get something like this. And we see that the node caps is our root node and these are our secondary nodes. Again, if we want to visualize our classifying errors, we right click and click on visualize classifying errors, and we can find the details of each of the classifying errors. So suppose I click on this, I find that this is instance 10, which was wrongly identified as a recurrence event. However, the actual class of this particular event was a no recurrence event. So closing back, after creating these two models, we identified that our decision tree is a better approach to go for, because it has a high accuracy rate, but however it is not same in every data set. Maybe for this particular data set the decision tree gave a better accuracy than the Bayes net, but if the data set changes, the Bayes net could be a better approach. So that's all. Thank you for your time.